Hey, kid, what's the big idea?
What do you mean, Al?
You're littering the dorm. That's $50 fine and a visit to the J Board.
What do you mean? You can't send me from the J Board for littering.
Oh, yes, I run this dorm.
Oh, come on, Al. Cut me some slack. I'll never do it again. Honest.
No chance, punk.
Come on, pal, you're up.
All right.
Here we go, baby.
Oh, you drink shit.
Oh, Jesus. That's the third time in a row, man.
Come on, baby, believe what just happened to me. I was downstairs, I opened up the mailbox, there's one of those religious bulletins inside, so I throw it down on the floor like everyone else does. And Al comes up to me, you know Al, the janitor? Yeah, Al. He puts his hand on my shoulder and he fines me $50 and says he's got to send me to J Board for it.
They can't do that to you.
Al, that's right, Doc, but obviously you can. I mean, I had to pay him the fine, I have to go to J Board. I don't believe this.
Oh, wow.
J Board's not fair.
How about that guy last year, man?
This guy on my floor, he hated our RA. And he was playing darts, and the RA came in to tell him to turn his stereo down and everything. He took the dart and threw it in his head.
Oh my God.
And he don't like that. He only had to work in the mailroom for one night. That's all.
I don't know, man. Joe Merchant's on J Board.
Oh, I've heard of Joe.
Don't worry about Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, come on.
Who's up?
Wait, I got a drink. I've heard about this stuff.
I'll be back in a minute.
You guys on the floor already. Ridiculous.
Gentlemen, may I ask what you're doing here?
Yeah, we're just here as his character witnesses.
Yeah. Well, we all know that Mr. Kerrigan's a fine, upstanding citizen. I don't think he'll need any character witnesses today. Mr. Buckley, can you show these two gentlemen to the door? Thank you very much.
Oh, hey, don't worry about it, Sean. You'll come out of this all right, man. Hey, it's all right.
Thanks, guys.
Hang in there, man.
Mr. Kerrigan, you will kneel when you're in front of the tribunal here. Please read the charges.
Yes, Mr. Farrell. Mr. Kerrigan, you have been brought before this Judicial Board as a result of your infractions of the laws of Grace and Notre Dame on February 24, 1987. On said date, at approximately 3:15 p.m., you committed a series of violations unfitting for a member of our society. As reported by Mr. Al, the janitor, to whom we all pledge our sacred loyalty, you are being charged and punished for the following crimes. Committed the act of malicious vandalism. Created a dangerous obstruction near a fire exit. Were extremely disrespectful to our very own Mr. Al, the janitor.
No, that's not true. I didn't do any of those
Mr. Buckley,
things.
please throw Mr. Kerrigan to the floor. And Mr. Kerrigan, you will display some decorum when addressing the tribunal, and you will speak when spoken to. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Continue, Mr. Roche.
Thank you, Mr. Farrell. And, as we see it, promoted anarchist behavior of the utmost dangerous proportion.
Kerrigan, do you recognize this?
Yeah, that's the bulletin I threw on the floor downstairs, sure.
Mr. Kerrigan, the board here feels that you are developing a little bit of an attitude problem, and we'd like to nip this at the bud before it gets out of hand.
Attitude problem? I only do one thing. I threw a piece of paper on the floor. What do you mean?
Mr. Buckley, would you please throw him to the floor? Mr. Kerrigan, you will address me more politely in the future. This, Mr. Kerrigan, is just the tip of the iceberg. We've been watching you. On October 27th, 1985, your first semester here at Notre Dame, you kicked a water cooler because it failed to develop adequate pressure. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that's the correct way to fix a water cooler. On March 3rd, 1986, you participated in drinking games, such as quarters, Mexicans, and up and down the river. Such games are expressly forbidden in Dulac. Presently, you have a St. Pauli's Girl poster hanging above your desk, don't you? And you know the rules against beer posters. Again, in your short stay here at Notre Dame, you have been seen in the halls 8 times with an open alcoholic beverage. Am I right about these things, Mr. Carrigan?
I don't know, maybe.
There's no maybe, Mr. Carrigan. I am right. Mr. Carrigan, what to do with you? Mr. Carrigan, do you like jigsaw puzzles? I like jigsaw puzzles, Mr. Carrigan. I like them a lot. They make a nice, pretty picture. But sometimes there's one piece, Mr. Carrigan, that last piece just doesn't fit in right. And you know what I do to that one piece that just doesn't fit in right, Mr. Carrigan? Well, I sometimes have to cut it, and I have to bash it, and I have to smash it, Mr. Carrigan. But that piece fits in, and it makes a nice, pretty picture. Now you, Mr. Carrigan, are that piece that's just not fitting in. And believe me, Mr. Carrigan, you will fit in to the picture of Grace Hall and make Grace Hall a nice, pretty place to live. Mr. Carrigan, I don't believe you're taking this quite serious enough. Do you realize that a mere 3 years ago, an offense like this would have meant immediate expulsion from this university? However, with the creation of the J Board, the means of punishment have been left up to us. Mr. Carrigan, we plan to make one hell of an example out of you. We've come up with some, let's call them guidelines for you to follow to get back on that straight and narrow path. Mr. Farrell, would you please read Mr. Carrigan the guidelines we have?
Mr. Carrigan, from this date on, your guidelines shall include the following. You shall pay a $200 fine due at the clerk's desk within 1 week's time. You shall provide 55 service hours at Logan Center. You shall wear this distinguishable blue fishnet tank top shirt in every dorm sporting event from now on as a marking of your transgressions. And you shall wear this Grace Hall sweatshirt for 1 whole week.
Oh, no, not that. Oh, how are you gonna make me do this? There's no way you can make me do this.
Mr. Kerrigan, I'm glad you asked that. To ensure that these requirements are carried out, Mr. Buckley here is to become your new roommate. I think this arrangement will work out fine, Mr. Kerrigan. I think Mr. Buckley likes you.
I believe that wraps everything up. This tribunal will stand adjourned. Mr. Carrigan, we don't want to see your face around here anymore.
Good day, Mr. Kerrigan.